Hey guys, welcome to the studio. Today I want to share with you how to use Cricut Infusible Ink pens. So these pens came in the Bare Necessities mystery box from Cricut of January 2022. And I haven't showed these on my channel yet how to use the Infusible Ink, so I'm excited to share that with you guys. Recommended to have heat resistant tape. You don't have to have it, but it's very helpful. And as we get into sublimation with this group and a bunch of different things, you're going to want to have this on hand. So I'll be sure to link these below. You're going to want a polyester, high count polyester blank. So this is a, yeah, you know, like a cup, what's it called? A coaster. This is a coaster. It's from Cricut. I only have one left because I made other ones for gifts around the holidays. But it just has a coating on it. You can't just use any white product. It has to have the polyester in it, a high count of polyester. And that is what allows the ink to transfer onto your blank. So we have that, and we'll be learning more about all this later. Then you're going to need something to protect your blank and your mat, which I just use the parchment paper. I just get it by the rolls from Amazon. And then you're going to need a pressing mat and your heat press, whatever heat press you use. I'm going to be using the mini today. And I think that's everything. I'm pretty sure that's everything. All right, so we're going to and you'll need a piece of either sublimation paper or regular printer paper will work too. So let's just jump in and get started. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is pick out the design I want, and I want to go to images. So we're going to go here to images, and then once we're on images, we want to go to an operation type. So here it's giving me the operation of, do you want cut only, draw only, or cut and draw? I want to, actually it'll give you more. Let me show you something. I'm going to change it to my Explorer family. Sorry if I was in the way, I was just picking the Explorer family. Once you're in the Explorer family, if you go to operation type, it'll give you more options. So then you have the print and cut option as well. And we're going to be doing that too very soon. So what I want to do right now is draw only. So when you click draw only, it's going to give you all the images that is just for drawing. And I want to do, I hope I don't make anybody sick, I'm going to pull down, way down. And it might take a minute to load because I went really fast. But this here gives you the options that you can quickly determine, okay, is this a cut only file? Is this a print and cut? Is it a cut and draw? Is it a draw only? So this just really breaks it down and makes it a little bit easier to determine what it is that you are making. So I'm gonna go, I went a little too far. So I'm gonna come up. There was one that I had already picked out that I liked. I think it's this one. Okay, so I think this is an axolotl. I'm pretty sure that's what this is. It is. Oh, it says right there. I didn't even see that earlier. So here, let me hover over it. Axolotl. My son really likes axolotl, but they are really hard to keep alive in where we live. So he's not allowed to have one because it wouldn't be safe for the axolotl, but I want to make him a coaster for his bedside table, and hopefully he'll use it. And I want it to draw, they're normally white, but I want it to draw in a blue because I thought it would be pretty cool. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to come down here to add to canvas. So now we have our little axolotl, and he's just hanging out. Oh, I don't like that background. Okay, so now I just need to measure the size of my blank, and it is 3.5 by 3.5. So I think I'm going to make the image a 3. So how we do that is we go up here, and we're going to take out the numbers that are in there and just put 3 inches and then hit enter. And it sizes down to 2.939. I'm good with that. And basically, we're just gonna make it from here. So I'm gonna click make it. and it's showing me where to put my paper up in the left hand corner. Now if you had like if you for whatever reason wanted it like down here, all you would have to do is just click on it, drag it, and put it wherever you have your paper at on your mat. But I'm gonna put mine in my upper left hand corner. And the reason you would move something like this is if your mat's left hand corner is used up so much it doesn't stick well anymore, you could easily pull it off to the side a little bit, and then you're sure that it's drawing on the spot that's going to be sticky. Okay, so now that you have that, I'm going to pull mine out a little tiny bit, and now I'm just going to put my regular printer paper onto my blue mat, and we're going to stick it in the machine. Okay? Okay, so now I'm going to put my Infusible Ink pen. I'm going to open clamp A. I'm going to stick my pen in until it clicks. Okay, so now it's clicked in, and I'm going to close clamp A. I'm going to go over to my computer and say continue. And it's loading. And now I need to pick what I'm using. So like I'm gonna go to browse all material, and let's see if there's just paper. I'm just gonna put copy paper 20 pounds and click done. And it's loaded, it's ready to go. Now I just have to load my mat into my machine. And I'm going to go down, and I'm going to click the C, the Cricut right here, and it's going to draw for me. Now the one thing I do want to let you guys know, if you were doing a name or something that has letters in it, you need to mirror that image. Otherwise, whenever you press it down, it's going to be seen backwards. So that's one thing I do want you guys to know. But I'm excited. This is going to be super cute. He really likes axolotls. He learned, I homeschool, and he learned about them. Like, we did a brief like little thing on it, and ever since then he's been like, he knows everything about them. They're like the coolest little creatures ever, but they don't live well in, like, I can't even remember. I think they don't live well in hot climates. Like, the temperatures change a lot, and they can die very easily, so you have to keep them a certain temperature. And we just didn't feel it was safe or fair to get a little axolotl that would, you know, we could possibly end its life if the electricity went out or something. So, but I think he's really gonna like this. And this is one of his Valentine's Day gifts. Guys, I've been making all of my Valentine's stuff for them. And I think they're really gonna like it. My kids like getting stuff that I make them. Alright, so it's all drawn, and now we're just gonna take it out. Wow, like, look at what a good job it did. That is so cool. Okay. So let me gonna open the clamp again and pull out my marker. Let me get the camera angle changed, and then we can get started on the next step of the process. Okay, let me move some microphone wires and, oh, steady you guys up. Okay, so now that I'm removing the paper, because this is just very thin paper from my printer, I'm gonna flip my mat over just like if I were doing vinyl or construction paper or cardstock, just so it helps it from not rolling as bad. Sometimes it might still roll a little bit, but this way here it's not as bad. Because like I just rolled the corner because I was like pulling too quickly. Okay, so it's still good. We're good. It'll still work because I'm going to be using the tape. Now I need to cut my tape out. There is a tape dispenser, which I need to get one of those because this tape is kind of a pain because you got to cut it off. You can't tear it, or if you can, I can't tear it. So I recommend a tape. Oh, look at that. I recommend a tape dispenser for this one. But you don't have to use Cricut brand either, guys. There's different brands out there that you can purchase. I think Scissor has one that Michael sells, but this one is I think it works really, really well. And usually if I find something that works, I don't veer from it. I mean, if it was outrageously expensive, I would, but it's not that expensive. And let me find my little scrapey tool to lift this up. Alright guys, so I got this, and we're just going to cut that little piece off because I don't want it there. I'm going to cut that off, and I'm going to cut the pieces I need for the actual design. So I'm going to need like 2 semi-long pieces. That's what I'm going to use. So I'm just going to cut this in half and tape it to the edge of my desk for when I'm ready for it. And I'm just going to cut this little guy out. I'm going to cut across here and across here. And now I need to prep my surface. So like we did with the cup, I'm going to get my rubbing alcohol out and my lint-free cloth, and I'm going to clean the whole surface. The one thing about sublimation and infusible ink is that if there's anything on the surface of it, it will leave a black mark. So whether it's a shirt or a mug or a tumbler, it will leave like a weird black line, and it doesn't come off. It's like permanent forever. Like this image will last on here longer than this thing itself will last. So I have I've made sublimation shirts, I've made sublimation mugs and tumblers, and I kind of feel like it's one of those things that if you mess it up, you know how I say I try to save everything. If I mess up sublimation, I pretty much just junk it because I haven't found a way to fix it. So until I do, I just clean really, really well whenever I'm making projects. Okay, put this away. And now we're just going to make sure this is dry. I'm going to set my mini easy press up for the highest setting because that's what it needs to be on. And then I'm going to put a piece of paper on my ironing mat because you don't want any of the sublimation ink to get on your mat, because if it's not a high polyester count, it will transfer. So that if you get any ink on this, it will transfer to anything else that you try to iron and it'll ruin it. And we don't want that for you. So I'm just going to take my little design. Oh, you know, I should have put his initial on here. I wasn't really thinking. So I'm going to put that there, and I'm just going to tape it down. Like so. So where I get my blanks at is mainly Amazon. Michael's does carry them. So does Hobby Lobby. I kind of feel like Hobby Lobby is a little bit more pricey for this stuff. But, you know, that's with whatever you choose to... I didn't want to do that. Did I? Yeah, I did. So now I'm going to fold, oh, this is loud. I'm going to fold my parchment paper in half. And I'm going to, when this is ready, we're going to press. We're going to press this down. Now, let me see if I can get my computer to jump back on. And let me see if I can get it to tell me, there's a heat transfer guide that I've showed you guys on my phone, but right now my phone is videoing, so I need to see if I can get it pulled up on my computer so I can give you the exact time and temperature. So this is already ready to go. So how about this? I will put here the information you need that tells you how long I'm just going to do it how I normally do it, and it works for me, but I'll give you what it tells you on Cricut Design Space, okay? So this is ready to go. It has all the green lights. And now I'm just going to, you need to do this for 60 seconds. Now, if you are doing a big project and you are using Infusible Ink that comes in sheets, you can also use it with, you have the pens, you have the Infusible Ink sheets, whatever you're using, don't move it around, okay? Especially if you're doing a shirt or something, because if you move it around, it will smear and it will leave ghosting, which is like a color outside of the actual line that you wanted to use. I do mine this way for smaller projects and I haven't had any issues. If I were doing this on my heat press, sure, I would set it down for 60 seconds of heat at 400 degrees for 60 seconds. And that's what I would do for this. But because I'm using the mini press, I'm just going over it very slowly, making sure it does not move. And I'm giving it like a medium pressure. But again, I'm going to give you the exact temperatures and time how to do it. And what this is doing, like this parchment paper is just protecting the surface because it is a really, really high heat, guys. 400 degrees is really high heat. But when we get into regular sublimation, like beyond just this, you guys are going to have so much fun. Okay, but we're also going to be using Infusible Ink because I have a lot of that too that I need to use up so I can buy more. Alright, so I'm going to say it's been over a minute. I'm just going to do some last minute pressing, and I'm going to take a peek. So now this is super hot. Like, I just want to be very clear. It's super duper hot and I don't want to get burned. So I'm just going to be carefully peeling this up. Oh my gosh, guys. Look how amazing. All right, so that's never coming off. Like, you would have to like take something and scrape it. But you can wipe this off, you can whatever. Infusible ink doesn't come off in the dishwasher. Like, it's on there, it's not coming off. But I just can't touch it right now because it's super hot. So again, here was your image. Here it is on your little coaster. And isn't that amazing? Isn't that so cool that you can do that? So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this because I don't want this ink getting on anything else. And let me do a tester here. Oh, it's still pretty hot. Oh, it's very hot. Okay, I do have gloves for this. I just don't know where I put them. Let me see if I can reach them without leaving and hooking my stuff. Okay. Here are my my heat gloves. So let me put those on and then I can pick it up for you and maybe show you a better. Oh, my ring got caught. Okay, there we go. Well, that's still warm. That is still pretty warm. Okay, but look at that. Look how beautiful and bright that it came up. Look, do you see these little marks right here? That's what I was talking about. So I didn't get everything off even though I cleaned it, but it still looks super cute. He's gonna love it. Oh, I'm so excited. But yeah, it's really hot. All right, guys, that is how you use Infusible ink pens. You just use regular old printer paper, draw with your Explore Air 2, heat it with your heat press. I say 400 degrees for 60 seconds. That's what my thing is. But on the back of the product, it'll tell you exactly, but I will look that up for you. And of course, it'll already have been in the video, so you guys can check it out. All right, I think that's everything, guys. Let me know what you think and if you want to see more with the Infusible ink, because I got more. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you all have a really fabulous day. And don't forget to check out the Facebook page. There was a new mystery box popped up, and I believe it's called the Bohemian something something. So I did get that, and I did post that on the Facebook page, so you guys can go check it out. And maybe if you want to order it, you can. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Bye!